Hello and welcome. My name is Neil, and in this video I want to speak about authenticity and are you tired of being inauthentic? And so how I see authenticity is from each moment to the next, it changes and it transforms, and it's a unique expression right now from 1 second ago. And so it's fascinating in this aspect that the authenticness right now it's ever changing and it's ever moving. And what does that look like to you? I want to share something, and I was standing in a creek that's directly on this property where I'm at, and there was this thing that was moving in the creek, and my mind interpreted it as being like a living thing, and either a real small tiny snake or some kind of salamander, or because it was moving in a waving fashion and approximately 9 inches long. And so I just stayed away from it, and it was a fast moving creek, and this thing, whatever it was behind this boulder type, and it was a good sized boulder. It was taking up half the creek, and there was an eddy behind this boulder, which was where this thing was at. And I kept watching it, and I was aware of it, but I wasn't having focus on it. And eventually I became curious enough that I took a stick and sort of dipped underneath it. I had a decently long stick, so I had my distance from it, and I dipped underneath it and picked it up with relative ease. And it was what I noticed was that it started balancing on the stick, and it was another small piece of wood. And because of how the water had been flowing and eddying in the creek, my brain interpreted it as like something to be aware of and something to keep my distance from. And the reality of what it was like a 7-inch long, possibly 9-inch long, small piece of wood that was submerged in this creek. And that's how smart our brains can be. And as in, like, the interpretation of what we are seeing is, it can be a limited perception of what actually is. And how my brain interprets what is directly in front of me, and how your brain interprets what is directly in front of you, is just literally that. It's an interpretation. And the interpretation is different sometimes from the reality of what actually is. And what actually is right now. And what is the future? It's a continuation of right nows. And so how I look at being authentic and how I perceive it is how you choose to present yourself in the present moment. And that expression right now is like literally what we have. And so I wanted to share this. I really had some insight from looking at what I saw and seeing how my brain interpreted it, and then seeing what it actually was. And so I wanted to share. Thank you. I love you, and stay blessed.